Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of the MTW2 campaign. So, I got a comment about my commentary. But he said that I should speak more about what I'm thinking of and how do I actually accomplish my strategies and all. So, this is the overall strategy that I'm doing. It has a name. I can't remember which one is, but I'm going to call it the wall. Why the wall? Well, it's easy. Whenever I'm expanding, I'll be making sure that it makes a wall in terms of defending. So, for instance, Constantinople has no need for an army because I already have Bucharest and Sofia. At the same time, if I want to expand from Bucharest, what should I conquer? If I go and conquer Bran, that would mean leave Bucharest open to an attack from Yazi, right? So what should I do? I should conquer both at the same time, thus making my wall again. If I want to conquer, let's say, Budapest, since I'm at war with the Hungarians, I will have to make sure that my wall follows that. So Budapest will have to wait until, let's say, I have at least Ragusa, right? Why? Well, it's simple. I don't want any attacks to come from here while I'm on the move in Budapest. If I have Budapest with my army, then in here I would be open to an attack. You see? The basic idea of the wall is that you only expand when you can move the whole wall further. Okay? An easy example is, for instance, here on the French and German border. You can only move towards one territory as soon as you can actually move to another one at the same time. So we will be always doing that sort of strategy. It works best for me because I'm very used to do it. That's the same reason, for instance, when I was doing the Crusades, why I didn't took Corinth when I was at Thessalonica, because that would leave me open for an attack that would come from Durazzo. It usually comes. The AI knows how to exploit those things, even on Vanilla Edition. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just end the turn now, and I'll keep explaining a little bit. So the usage of spies in this particular strategy is to scout out ahead to see the enemy movements. That way I can actually see, oh, I can safely expand now, or I should wait for an attack, crush the attacking army, and then move forward. That's how I usually do that's how I usually use the spies. Diplomats, they're most of the time they're used to gain a little bit of money, of extra money from them. That's always a nice strategy. But they're also used, of course, to make peace treaties and all. So, for instance, as you're noticing, there's a lot of Polish movements around that army that I'm using. So that would be a really bad time to expand, right? Because if I try to expand... Oh, I got rioting here. It's okay, Nicosia. You can hang on there. If I build the tower... Maybe I should just build the machine. That would increase my happiness and the conversion bonus, which will keep them much happier in the long term. Yeah, there's a lot of religious unrest here, of course. Okay, hostilities, Portugal and Sicily. Agent detected. If he was executed, I'm getting a lot of money. That's good. Some family members. Construction. I'll be out in a minute in those to explain that. So I was explaining about the diplomats. I'll keep just checking around if there's some easy stuff that I can do. For instance, this guy. And how about here? Yeah, let's try this guy. Got him. So imams, they're best used, of course, to quickly convert a city, or if a not a city, a territory to my religion, especially the ones that I am conquering, not the ones that I have conquered. The ones that I have conquered can pretty much just do it with the imams or the masjids. Not the imams, the masjids, the buildings for it. So you can see that this spy I actually moved, it's immediately, you know. I just want to see, is there a threat coming from this way? If there is a threat, then I cannot expand towards Bran. Since I cannot expand there, and Bran is going to have another army pretty soon, then what I should do is to maybe join in with the armies from Sofia as soon as I can. It will be upgraded in a minute. Join in with the armies of Sofia at Bran, leave this flank open. Acknowledge this. I'm going to leave this flank open. It's a flank like in battle mode. And I'm going to expand into Bran, and I'm going to expand into Yazi. So that's the usual idea. I'll probably have to summon up some reinforcements. That's why I was building infantry. So, okay, let me check on the construction report very quickly. When you're doing the wall, the best thing is that you can, if you notice, I will only build certain armies in certain places. For instance, Caesarea is always and will always be my archer producing city. Iconium will be my best special units producing especially the infantry, or the highest infantry. That's where I'm going to build it all the time. You can see that I'm upgrading. And then all the other units I have, for instance here, I will be making mainly horse archers. Antioch, I need another infantry source. And whenever I conquer someone, I'll make sure that I'm actually gonna use it for the best idea. For instance, Jerusalem has already got a militia drill square, so I'm gonna use Jerusalem as an infantry building. It also has a Sultan's track, but I'm not gonna use it mainly, you know. That way I can save a lot of money. So, also a good thing about the wall is that usually you always have money to build something in every place. Usually, especially when you get to my terms. So what do I build in all the other places that I actually don't want to build units? I just build stuff to make them happy and stuff to make them give me more money. Thessalonica, for instance. Thessalonica is here, and it's a large city. I should build a militia drill square just to be able to replenish my forces on this area. Why? Well, Bucharest is a small city so far. Shouldn't have too much trouble. Constantinople is a huge city, but it's important in terms of trade. Hence, the idea of building Thessalonica there. Acre. Okay, immediately, what does Acre has? It has an infantry producing on a castle. That's awful, actually. There's nothing else. So I'm going to use it. It only has the ballista building, so I'm going to use it to build catapults. Okay? That's actually an easier one here, because I don't have any siege weapon producing cities. Shipwright or paved roads or masjid. Let's consult this. Islam is at about 40%. This is a fortress, so it doesn't rely on that as well. So what I'm going to build is a shipwright. That's what will give me more money out of this. Okay, so recruitment. I think I built everything that I needed. Right? Yeah, everything is building. Not castle. Recruitment. I was building stuff around all the places. I should take this rebel army, but maybe on the next one, since I'm in a hurry to go and get some reinforcements done on the armies that I'm actually producing. A nice strategy about the wall that you may consider. Oh, I okay, I need some archers here, is that you never, listen to me, you never go back to replenish. Ever. You don't do that. Why? Because you'll lose the time and you lose the strength of your wall armies. This army must be impregnable. That's what happened on Constantinople while I was defending it. I noticed I only need 2 armies. You noticed that. So I need infantry around here, which is coming. That's good. But I will need something to hold on this city while I'm away. And I'm going to produce some extra Turkish archers. They're cheap in the upkeep, and they will be very good in terms of defending the city from an attack. I usually use infantry, but you can use whatever you want. 96% Islam, 56, so I'm gonna go over into Smyrna and convert that. Okay, I got a new man here. Let's take away the damn heretics out of my place. Get the hell out. Oh, okay. Yeah, gotta take these guys. Let's auto-resolve it. So general strategy is to conquer Egypt and finish off the Byzantines, since they're a pain to hang on. And I'm gonna use this army to clear the rebels around here, and it will position itself here so that when I'm ready to move in against the Russians, I already have an army in position. This guy is just going to investigate the Mongols. They appear to be moving towards Kiev. That's good. Now, then again, remember why I was reluctant to conquer Baghdad? Because it would leave my flank in Damascus open. Any armies that would come from here would pretty easily take Damascus over. So now I don't have that problem anymore. Let's check around for armies. That's what I always do with the spies. Let's see. Okay, so Cairo should have like a full stack when I reach it. That's about it. Jerusalem is retraining some stuff. Good. It can build some militia. That's always good. That's what I'm going to do here. And this army is going to keep moving. Quick question, should I conquer Gaza or should I move in down? That's an easy one, but down, always. Why? Because Jerusalem's army can conquer Gaza in a heartbeat. So that's what I'm going to do actually. Move in here. Can I recruit something? No. You can see that pretty much once you establish the idea of what you're doing... Oh, I can build an imam. Since when you establish the idea of what you're doing, you can pretty much just have all of your actions taken from you. That's one thing that I heard Day 9 do. I'm gonna skip the turns ahead a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm taking too long. I just wanted to explain this, so when I address the subject in the next video, then you will know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Sicilians are now at war with me, it appears. I saw that fleet attacking me, but it's of no importance. I can take pretty much a pounding from everyone and still win at this point. There, Polish army is approaching, you see, they are besieging me. Now you see why I was planning that my force from Sofia would go in towards Bran, because if I need help, it will be there to help the Bucharest army, which should need the help. They are terribly undermanned there. No, I do not require Theologians Guild. Let's see, what's this? It has some hussars, that's fine. It has some cavalry there. And what I have, it's mainly depleted forces. This is not a good force to use against this army. Thankfully he doesn't have a general, and I have one with a little bit of dread. So that will help me out. Sicily is at war with me. Yeah, Bucharest has been besieged. You see, if I had taken the army, Bran was up for the taking. But if I had taken the army, he would have taken Bucharest easily. And that slows us down. Okay, Mosul is ready. I'll do it in the next turn. Oh, I lost a family member here. Damn. Let's see if this guy... Oh, it converted himself. Nice. Much better. I like when that happens. Killed the nearly... Oh, it didn't got it. Okay. So I actually lost a family member here. Damn. That's not good. Yeah, you see, this guy can't do it. Let's put in monthly races. The large stone walls should bring more happiness there, but I'm gonna need the races for now. Tbilisi made an upgrade. I'm gonna build the paved roads for now. Since why am I taking time to build that? Well, because it's really far away from where the action is, you know. Sofia should build maybe an armor or a marksman's range or an armory. Well, not an army. This is not a good place to do it. Sultan's stables should be fine, but really what I need is to take this army away from Sofia. So I need happiness here. There's no other way. I actually built some Turkish archers to hang on, so I'm gonna have to see if it paid off, if I can take the army away. Bucharest is not going to build anything since it's under siege. And recruitment, we had some recruitment. Nicosia built an imam. I'm gonna start working down there. They're pretty low on happiness, so I'm gonna build an extra unit there. I can always disband if it comes to that. Another thing that you notice is that I'm not producing I'm not actually producing a fleets. Well, that is because I believe, especially with the Turks, that you can actually destroy most of the fleets by destroying the factions of their fleets. That's an always good strategy to use with the Turks, of course. Oh, this should be a rush in strategy. Let's recruit some Khwarezmian cavalry, some Afghan cavalrymen. That's always nice. Good. I actually wanted a mercenary captain from there. Okay, Jerusalem. I went out because I know that I can do races here, and races would always increase my income. Well, it will decrease my income. I gotta pay for them, but it's much better so that I can actually start expanding. You see? Okay, gotta join in some Khwarezmian cavalry. Got a mercenary captain. That's awesome. You sir are going to expand into Gaza. See how it is rather easy? See? Now I'm checking around. There's a Sicilian cardinal. He's always here. Let's check. I think there was a huge Egyptian army that is unaccounted for. I believe so. So I'm gonna build another spy. Where can I build a spy? Antioch? Aleppo? Wow. Mosul can build. Yep, that's it. So I'm gonna build a spy there. Okay, I moved in here. I'm not building fleets because all these Turkish ships will disappear as soon as I capture Durazzo, which should be done in a little bit. I'm not gonna attack because I want him to strike me. While I'm waiting, I can just pretty much move these guys around and start converting the population. Let's check around what he has. Venetians are having quite the trouble of quite some troubles with the recruitment options they have, because they don't have a lot of cities now. I'm gonna keep recruiting some Turkish archers and horse archers. Okay, let's take this army away. Except this. Is it possible? Yep. No problem there. Do I need another horse archer or another infantry unit? Another infantry unit. Always make balanced out armies if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 archers actually. But Ottoman infantry are actually good infantry. I don't know what he has there. But this... oh, can I see it now? 2 Pevis crossbowmen against spear militia. Yeah, I should do something around these lines. Let's fight it out. Small skirmish. I can assure you that I'm gonna do another huge battle in a little bit. Since now that I've explained this thing, this whole strategy of mine, I can pretty much do it easily on the, or much easier on the next video. So battle strategy, where is his best point to deploy? Here. And where's the worst point that he wants me to be? Here. Why? Because he's an archer, or he's got an only archer army and he doesn't want to be rushed, which I actually want to do. My horse archers are going to go on their back. If he doesn't deploy there like it happened here, then it's best for me, because that hill is it's less effective than the one he did. So much better. You see, you always make the account. This is not a mistake. You always have to account for the best possible strategy for the AI. If he doesn't do it, then it's all good. It's all fine. You can see here that it actually will pay off for me, because my archers will manage to hit them much easier, or they'll manage to hit them in a more favorable turn. You see, they will hit them in how do you say, even terrain. Okay, let's make my guys run, because I still got some stuff to do and to show you all. Okay, archers will be on the back of the infantry, but not for long. Now I'm gonna send my archers here. They should be in range, and I'm gonna send the infantry here. Horse cav, they're gonna go on that side. He will probably try to strike me, which means that I can actually move my horse cavalry in to provoke their skirmish. If they are on skirmish, they are not hitting me, and I will be hitting them with the Turkomans. So here comes the first volley of him. Yeah, these are Pevis crossbow militia, not to be trifled with. You can see they are already moving. Only those guys are not moving. Come on. Yep. I just need to move my guys around while the other ones appear here. Now I can hit them. My archers are actually not in range, so I'm gonna move in them. Okay, move in there. He's actually trying to hit my archers or pursue my cavalry archers. That's always a nice thing. There's no way he's going to catch them. My infantry is pursuing them. Okay, I want to take the hill with the horse archers, so that's what I'm gonna do. You may seem, oh, you're charging with your infantry. Well, you don't need to do that if you don't want. But now, if I charge, he's wavering. He's gonna flee immediately. There's no general here for him. Broken, completely. Now this army can go here. I managed to engage. I can even send my archers in for the slaughter. Okay, just pursue those guys. There's no way these Pavis crossbow militia are going to remain here. Doesn't matter that my guys are tired, because his guys are also tired. I'm sending my Turkish archers on melee because I want to destroy this unit. If I send them to shoot them, it won't be as effective, because I will kill most of my men as well. Yep. And if I'm charging, there's a higher chance that they will rout. That's all there is to it. Okay. I can stop shooting now and exit the battle. This works exactly the same idea when you're fighting bigger battles. It's exactly the same. Just use infantry against archers, or just use the correct army against the correct army. That's pretty much it. Leave this guy. I'm gonna use this guy to go there. Let's see if he tries to assault. That would be much better for me. I think I can actually produce these units there. I can't remember. I think there's one edition, maybe vanilla, allows me to do that. I think that it allows. Okay, Papal States, they have an army here, so I'm going to have to deal with it. But I already have infantry and archers positioned for that, so that's good, right? Okay, let's end the turn. Where, just to explain one thing, where would I need another army? Well, here. It's actually what I'm going to need it, because this army is going to be depleted soon. So whatever I'm recruiting, I'm going to recruit here. Sofia can recruit a lot of troops, so does Thessalonica and Corinth. Constantinople can recruit the best troop we have, Janissary heavy infantry, so I can make this a recruitment station and just keep making armies. You're preferring this type of commentary. I'm getting it a little bit slower, but hopefully I can start to make this sort of commentary much faster. Okay, so the Venetians are there. You can see that all their armies are bulked in together. You don't have to fear army per army, since the AI actually is bad at the battles. If you know how to play battles, you can pretty much defeat any army with a good all-around composition, like I have. If I only had the horse archers, if I only had archer armies, then it would be another thing. Which you can, by the way, you can use. I'm only merely using this type of army because it's very effective. And you notice that. Now, where are the Papal States? There they are. Immediately, I'm gonna have to take this army here, get these guys out, and now I have a small army to deal with his small army. That's it. Okay, some recruitment that was made. This one is the guy that I need to check around. Why? Because I need another spy around here. He's threatening to go into Damascus. I don't know what that is, but I should use some Sipais. That should be enough. Antioch is all fine and dandy. I'm gonna take away that heretic for now, finally. Okay. End of turn. I'm losing a little bit of money, but there's no problem. Mongols are the strongest. That should change. Oh, I lost a spy here, so I'm gonna need to produce another spy. Oh, I had the ability to produce it here. Halberd militia are actually quite bad. They're effective against armor, but for that I got Janissary heavy infantry. Iconian, you can build a militia barracks. Why? Well, easy. City, barrack, militia, barracks. And then the next turn, or after 6 turns, I can actually build an army barracks with Janissary archers, which are pretty good. They have the stakes ability, and usually you want that. Whenever you're building something like that, it will hamper your production abilities. You notice that I don't build armorers? That's because I actually had to build all the infrastructure for these guys first. And armory doesn't work as well when you're actually doing the strategy that I'm doing, which is to have high dread generals, because armory makes your units stay there and fight longer. I actually don't need that because they're fleeing from me much faster. So it's actually strategic thinking. Okay, Jerusalem should have no troubles with that, since I'm actually going to build the upgrade wall. Okay, let's fight the Egyptian factionaire. This should be an interesting fight since it's mostly cavalry, but it's light cavalry. All of them is light cavalry, and I have plenty of archers to deal with them. So how do I deal? If I have a this is what I want to talk. If you check around an army like that, you're gonna see, okay, he has some ballistas, some catapults, and a lot of cavalry, right? So what can I take that transforms his army into something much easier to deal with? I can easily take his siege weapons. If I can destroy his siege weapon with just one cavalry charge there, then all that it's left, it's cavalry. And cavalry will crumble against infantry with archers. It just crumbles, especially with high ranged archers like mine. So that's what I'm gonna do. Carefully position. I want to go down the hill, but I can't go here, and I have to account from there. I'm going to use my Turkish archers, my horsemen there, and the infantry is going to stay on the higher ground. I hope you're liking this, because I'm actually enjoying playing like this. Carefully explaining everything. Now, should I have every cavalry unit on that flank? I can't do that because, well, he has a lot of cavalry. I kind of want to have all my cavalry around so I can overwhelm him. And I have some heavy cavalry to defend the flanks of my main force. So here we go. You can always move in with horse archers. That's a beauty of them. There's no way he's going to do anything at them. If he does, he loses. That's a stated fact. Is that quite moving in against me? My archers are even hitting him. But I'm gonna move in, and move in. That's it. Let's check out what's happening here. Bedouin camel riders. He's a missile cavalry that's going to be immediately routing. They're already shaken. There's just no way he's not going to do anything. So his flank here is shattered, which means that I have access to the ballista. What is he doing here? He's charging in. So just take away his forces. Ottoman infantry are pretty good. They can deal with those guys. And as you can see, he's already fleeing. Okay, he's sending in his bodyguard, which is no trouble at all. Sending in my cavalry there. Instead of rushing in, I'm going to position-wise better. Yep, my archers can pretty much do their work. His bodyguard has given up. I'm going to position my horse archers here or here. Come on, allow me. That's the worst problem with the... Let's pause a bit. You see the catapult man made 2 shots? 3? That's how you deal with them. You always flank with the horse archers. Okay. I'm not in the need to charge those guys. But I'm going to charge the bodyguard because I want to take them away. Oh, he managed to get 2 extra shots there. That was because I didn't realize his Bedouin, his catapult was there. Let's just charge in. We killed the general. That means he's going to be much weaker in a little bit. Every charge that I actually make, it's going to provoke a rout. Usually that happens. Okay, now I've gained the ground, so I should just move in. Instead of telling my archers to stop, I'm simply moving them in. That stops them automatically. You can see that I'm not going to attack this army and it's going to rout. See? They're surrounded. There's no way he's going to make a rout, anything by charging into the middle of my line. There's no way. That never happens. Well, except only if you're Rune and you have your bodyguards there. That's the only way that I've ever saw that happening. Actually, I'm going to use the archers for the pursuit. I'm going to stop my heavy cavalry. His bodyguard was taken, so I don't need that. And I'm going to take every archer. Now, want to kill some cavalry here. Okay, so he's back here. Just auto fire. They should take some of them away. That's it. Take the auto fire again. Stop that. He's going to crash against me. And yeah, I can exit the battle now. That's how you do it. The same strategy applies. You see that his cavalry army was in a bad place. He tried to rush in. That's not a good idea. And he was defeated. Execute the enemy troops. Why? Because I actually want my army, my guy, to be higher on dread. He's actually chivalrous, but what I'm trying to make is as best as dread generals as I can. Why? Because dread makes them makes the enemy morale much weaker. If the enemy is much weaker in morale, it doesn't stay there as long. And by the way, Turkish armies are perfect for this. Why? They pack a punch. I mean, all of their units, all of the best units are made with high attack ratings. You know, Janissary infantry, where have I some Janissary infantry? That's a huge attack level. Ottoman infantry, that's a huge missile attack level, and even a melee attack. The Sipais, they have a huge missile attack. And that's the thing. You don't have to defend with the Turks, you have to attack. Okay, I'm gonna actually auto-resolve this one. Assault. Automatically resolve the battle. Yeah, it's much better to auto-resolve when he has so little troops. The AI doesn't take into account the okay, I'm gonna sack this because it's a lot of florins gain for just little population. Repair the buildings, construct a citadel, and recruit. Should I recruit? Yes. I'm going to recruit 3 units of peasant archers, so they will stay there. That's the idea. Oh, by the way, you can see that this guy has a little bit more dread. I should make him even more, if I can. Okay, gonna move in. So this has been a long episode. On the next turn, I'm actually gonna attack or make this huge battle here in Bucharest. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next. Oh, are the Polish going to attack the Hungarians? That would be awesome. That would actually be awesome. Okay. So I gotta remember about this. Who can I take away? I can take away the Balkan archers, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna take them away. I want to merge these armies with a much better army now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.